Okay, Gary, we finished the season on Saturday. Not the best result. What were your thoughts after the game?
My thoughts were I was very wet, Martin, to be honest. No, it wasn't the best result to finish on. It was disappointing for the lads, local derby. And our first half performance really wasn't good enough. Conceded early on in the second and then came back into it, but the game, to be fair, was dead then. So it didn't want to spoil our season because we've had a great season, but to end the season in front of the fans at Mill Lane Park was a little bit disappointing. But the lads soon picked themselves up, and we just congratulate them on a great effort throughout.
Don't mean to sound too negative, but it's the third season in a row that we've finished the season on a low, beaten quite comfortably. Is that worrying?
You don't want to sound negative, but you are negative, Martin. Not really. You know, I think you take stock of the whole season. You know, and like I say, although it is disappointing, like you say, it's a third season. You know, you're judged overall, and I think 9th or 10th in our first season is a great effort.
It's an old cliche, but if you'd been told at the start of the season that you were going to finish 9th in the first division, you'd have snapped your hands off.
Absolutely, yeah, we would have. To consolidate when you're coming into this first division is hard. Other teams have proved it, had yo-yo seasons, gone back into the second division, and to be honest, have never recovered. And that was our sole aim, was to consolidate to become a first division club, and I think we've achieved that quite admirably.
Lots of highs and lows during the course of the season. It's a long old season. What were your highs?
Highs on the field. Great win at Shildon when we beat them 4-1 comprehensively. That sticks out. Obviously Whitley Bay at home when we beat them 2-1. And a couple of performances where we drew and got beat, particularly with Bedlington, which I thought we were outstanding against the first division outfit up there. And of course when we got beat at Whitley Bay most recently, we played really, really well. Off the field, obviously, to bring FA Vars, FA Cup football down to Mill Lane Park, although there again results weren't great. To do that was fantastic. The main high, I think, for me was in training one night when I met Stewie Owen, went round Tarlin and volleyed in past Dad Craddock.
You mentioned Stewie Owen there. I think he's finished top scorer, hasn't he?
What? That's news to me, Martin. Top scorer?
Apparently, aye.
Well, if that's, we'll check our records. If that's the case, he's got a nice little trophy to pick up.
There's been quite a few good individual performances this season as well. You mentioned Darren Craddock there. He's been a big player for the club. Are any individual players that stand out for yourself?
Well, I mean, at the back we've had Darren, who's been immense. You know, top pro, top lad. John Close has had another great season. Mark Peck, before he got injured, you know, Captain Sean Tarlin has done his bit. And the goal scorers before they left have all contributed, you know, so there's 5 or 6 in the running for Players Player and Player of the Year.
Looking ahead then, there's obviously a bit of a break now and time for you and the committee to look at how to take the club forward. What sort of things are in the pipeline to do that?
Well, the work for the committee, Martin, as you know, starts now, and that's the first thing we're going to look at, is to try to increase our numbers on the management team. Phil Wilson has come in as president. We're looking at maybe possibly chairman and things like that. So we're going to add 3 or 4 to the management team if we can, which will help the other lads who have done a fantastic job off the field. But you need numbers in this game. It's tough running a first division club. So that's one of the main things that we'll be doing. Players wise, we'll try and add 2 or 3, which we've done from our Durham district days. Add 2 and 3 on what we've got already, and hopefully that'll take us forward to next year.
Finally, what would be your message to Aycliffe fans? What can they look forward to in the future?
Well, next year, hopefully, with the 2 or 3 players we're going to bring in, we'll try and beat what we've always done in previous years, is what we've done this year. So if we finish 9th or 10th, the season isn't finished, we'll try and better that. So 7th or 8th, and if we can have a good run in the FA Cup and the FA Vars, it'll be fantastic. But as long as I'm at the club, Martin, we'll try and take the club forward, and we'll have another great year, I'm sure of that.